Ever wondered how astronauts become astronauts? What does it actually take to float among the stars and call the International Space Station your office? Today, we're diving into the incredible journey from Earthbound dreamer to space explorer. And trust me, it's way more intense than you might think. Let's start with the basics. NASA astronaut requirements are no joke. You need at least a master's degree in a STEM field, that's science, technology, engineering, or mathematics. But here's the kicker. Most astronauts don't stop there. They often have PhDs, medical degrees, or are military test pilots with thousands of flight hours. Take Chris Hadfield, for example. He was a fighter pilot, test pilot, and engineer before ever setting foot in space. Or consider Mae Jemison. She's both a medical doctor and an engineer. The point is, astronauts are typically experts in multiple fields before they even apply. Here's a mind-blowing stat. NASA typically receives over 18,000 applications for just 20 astronaut positions. That's more competitive than getting into Harvard. The astronaut selection process takes about 18 months and includes everything from comprehensive medical exams to psychological evaluations. You'll face vision tests, cardiovascular assessments, and even tests to see how you handle isolation and stress. Why? Because when you're 250 miles above Earth, there's no calling in sick or taking a mental health day. If you make it through selection, congratulations, you're now an astronaut candidate. But don't pack your spacesuit just yet. You're looking at 2 years of grueling astronaut training. First, there's classroom learning. You'll study everything from orbital mechanics to Russian language. Yes, you need to speak Russian because you'll be working with international partners on the ISS. Then comes the physical stuff. Ever heard of the Vomit Comet? It's a plane that flies in parabolic arcs to simulate zero gravity. You'll spend hours in there learning to move, work, and yes, sometimes throw up in weightlessness. You'll also train underwater in NASA's Neutral Buoyancy Lab, a massive pool that simulates spacewalks. Imagine practicing repairs on a space station while wearing a 280-pound spacesuit underwater. It's as challenging as it sounds. But here's the exciting part. It's not just NASA anymore. SpaceX, Blue Origin, and other private companies are opening new paths to space careers. SpaceX has already sent civilians to orbit, and the requirements for commercial astronauts can be different from traditional NASA standards. The European Space Agency, or ESA, recently selected its first parastronaut, an astronaut with a physical disability, showing that the definition of who can become an astronaut is evolving. Let's be honest, becoming an astronaut is incredibly difficult. Out of the roughly 600 people who have ever been to space, only about 350 are still alive today. You need exceptional physical and mental health, years of specialized education, and frankly, a bit of luck with timing. But here's what's amazing. Every single astronaut started as someone who just looked up at the stars and wondered, what if? So how do astronauts become astronauts? Through years of dedication, continuous learning, and refusing to give up on an impossible dream. The path is hard, arguably one of the most challenging careers on or off the planet. But remember, every astronaut was once exactly where you are now. Curious, maybe a little intimidated, but fascinated by the possibility of exploring beyond our world. Whether you're 15 or 50, it's never too early or too late to start building the skills that could one day take you to space. Study hard, stay curious, and keep looking up. If you enjoyed learning about space careers and astronaut training, hit that subscribe button for more incredible space stories. And hey, maybe I'll be making a video about your journey to the stars someday. Until next time, keep dreaming big.